So we finally got the full trailer for Gabby and Rachel's season, and I'm really excited.
Oh, me too. I think it's actually going to be so good.
So we have confirmation they are traveling. We know they are going on a cruise. We don't know if it's like Carnival cruise line. We don't know what.
I know it's still unclear because my vision at first was like literally like a Carnival cruise. Everyone's there with their families. Then like Gabby and Rachel and all their men are just like casually shooting a show on a family's vacation.
They're like waiting online at the buffet, like Rachel and Gabby and Jesse are just standing there on the buffet behind like Joe Schmo.
It's probably going to be a cruise ship. Yeah. Just for like the cast and crew of the show, which I think is honestly brilliant because they can now film parts of the show while they travel. Like they save so much time by doing this. Like I genuinely think it's like a logistical thing.
A logistical win, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because I'm worried, like, how are they going to fit literally 2 full seasons into one? Like, I don't want to watch 6 fantasy suite dates. You know what I mean?
Well, that brings us to our next point though. So ABC made a huge point to share with the viewers that they're not going to pit Gabby and Rachel against each other. But we see in the trailer that guys were jumping ship from one to the other. Rachel's offering roses and they're literally saying, no, I'm here for Gabby. Then we see Hayden on a date with Gabby and he says, I'm actually here for Rachel. So I don't really feel like it's going to be 2 full seasons. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be like 1 season divided in half.
I always envisioned it though, at some point, things would kind of break off. I know they're showing a lot in the trailer of like a lot of switching around. And I do genuinely question how much switching around there's actually going to be, because I think they've been so adamant of like, they're friends. They're not fighting for people. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
There are some clear front runners in this trailer. I think it's really obvious to tell that TINO is a front runner for Rachel. You know that he gets the first impression rose, and TINO is all over this trailer, making out with her, going all over the place with her, traveling all over the world with her. And TINO is with Rachel on this like double date, and Gabby is with ERICH, who I'm only going to call ERICH because he has an H at the end of his name. And like,
oh, that's, yeah, I don't like that.
But at one point they joke and say like, oh, like maybe we should switch partners, and they all start laughing. So I feel like we're going to get to a point where switching is not even an option anymore. But in the beginning, it's going to be a little messy for a while.
Yes. And I think they showed a lot of back and forth to lead us to believe that that's going to go on much longer. But I agree with you. At some point, I do think there will be a hard stop.
Then we see Jesse talking with Zach, and Zach has to tell someone his quote, full truth. Now, we don't know what this is. I noticed though that Zach isn't really in, from what I can tell, he's not really in most of the trailer. Otherwise, I kind of have a feeling that's going to happen early on and it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like, what's your full truth, Zach? I don't know.
Like something so silly of just like, my full truth is that,
like, I think it could be like, I have feelings for someone back home. Like, I don't think
that's what I thought it was initially. So we'll see, but I think that's a good call. I don't think it's going to be some big bombshell. They always like to ruin our lives like this. And I'm just like ready for ABC to let me down one more time, you know?
There's also Logan. Logan says to Gabby in the trailer, but for all we know, it could be him saying it to anyone. We don't know. But Logan says, I still have feelings on the other side. And then it shows Gabby crying, implying that Logan and Gabby are dating. And he's saying, I'm going to go back to Rachel. That's another one that I kind of looked at and I was like, well, what if he's saying like, I still have feelings for a girl back home? And he's saying like,
no, totally.
You know what I mean? So I'm not totally convinced that what they're showing us in that scene is what it really is, but it seems like Zach and Logan both are going to have some shocking secrets to tell at some point in this season.
For sure.
And then, like I said, TINO and ERICH are front runners for sure for Gabby and Rachel. Oh, they are bringing back one of the most iconic dates for Rachel. So Nick and Vanessa famously went on literally the best bachelor date ever. And it was the zero gravity date when they get to like fly around in space. Vanessa like puked on that date. That was very memorable.
I'm very like, why do you think that's the best date ever? I think I would hate that.
Well, it's the only other time they've done it on the show. It was very memorable. And it's like a once in a life. I mean, think about it. Like, anyone can go have a picnic on the beach. Anyone can go horseback riding. Not everyone can go like feel like an astronaut.
This thing. Yeah. No, you're right. Okay.
Truly, floating around like an astronaut is a really great way to fall in love. So I think it's really cool they're bringing it back, and they're bringing it back for Rachel.
But overall, I'm super excited. Like Gabby said at the end of the trailer that it's very messy, and I am so ready for mess. That is my favorite part of The Bachelor.
It's really refreshing that we did not hear at all in this trailer that someone wasn't here for the right reasons.
I know. I'm glad that we're all at a point on the same page where everyone is there for the wrong reasons, and we can
Yeah,
all
let's
just
just all be
accept
there.
that.
Yeah.